First and foremost, I really want to apologize. There's a lot of people that came into my life and came in to help, but like I'm around a lot of trauma and a lot's going on around. So like my reactions, because I'm attached to things and I'm attached to people that I want to trust, or you grew up hoping that's your nurture system, and you don't understand that, okay, this is the help, and these are actually the dangers you've been around your whole life. um a lot of it is slave mentality. um so the slave mentality, you they pull each other down, or they're when you look at the slave per se, you look at the female slave, you know how they use, whether they use sex to pull you into slavery, or just how they are as a culture. The slave culture is not the right way of doing things, but right now we're communicating through the slave culture. Like not like the it's not, how do you say, it's not the spiritual slave culture or the religious slave culture. It's just the barbaric versions, or the barbaric parts of that system. And you can look at it up down, whether it be like, because now you have like Africans, and their culture is similar to how we are in the Caribbean and stuff, and Caribbean women, and how Caribbean women try to. So like a lot of it is like Caribbean men really need to take hold of their community, but it's hard. But they can't. Or African Americans, like they can't. Literally, the way slave culture is set up, the women are going to kill off all the men if they try to assert any type of, like structure. And the women are the most foolish kinds, would always side with the woman, the most foolish side of the communities, because there is no real structure. It's designed that anytime somebody could step in and pull it down with whatever little power you have from the outside. It's not a real community. Like it's still governed by other things, by outside entities. And some entities are trying to help and like form structure in the community. But you look at it like, even with racism, like sometimes I would want to separate myself from that whole slave mentality, or that whole the way slaves organize themselves. So like sometimes probably racist people, they just want to they want to have a family, and they just don't want that involved in their life. Like, it's look at what it's doing to my life. Like it's really like, and I had to grow up around that. I had to navigate my way somehow, all the help I get. But at the end of the day, the women would always try to like um pick and choose who they want based on the way they look at things, right? Based on what's important to them. Because at the end of the day, like, they must have power to end with as a result of whatever is going on. So yeah, it's really hard to navigate. Like, you look at it like, god damn, like, that's the reason why a lot of the males behave that way. Like, it's hard to navigate. Like, and everybody's just, they're trying to pull you down. You shouldn't become nothing unless they authorize it. They want to have some kind of authority or some say, and they mix you up with like, they mix you up with in these systems that's not meant to, it's not meant to have nothing grow out of it. So they trap you in this system, whether they based it on sex or they based it on God knows, like, but it's always like some sort of foolishness that seeps in, like it's always there, you know. Yeah, slave culture is really something hard to like, because that's the problem with the world in a way, why the world cannot, because unless you like break people from that way of thinking, we cannot have peace. Like we cannot have family, and we would forever be fighting each other, or like they would manipulate and find a reason to make somebody else fight somebody else all the time. Like all the time. You wouldn't have no functioning family or nothing. Like somebody would be working, somebody would always find benefit in destroying whatever is being built. Like I remember like the first time I ever got arrested, I think it was like roughly like 6 months or something. This time I'm in my 20s. I never got arrested like in high school, nothing. I never really was doing anything. So like I helped somebody out. They brought a weapon to my house. My landlord went in my room. Police came. I got arrested. Okay, whatever. Me helping the person out. But today the person swears that they deserve for me to get arrested for them, right? The person is just like, you know, like even after the person I got worked fraud on me. So the person believes, like, the person used to come around me, and the thing is that people thought they were helping me out, but they're trying to make themselves look good. So like people are keeping me down, and then they're coming back and trying to make themselves look good. Like, yo, I'm the one that's helping them, and really it's not. Like they're actually keeping me in a knot. Yeah. So right after I came out from that situation, everybody was like, I guess they did stuff, and everybody was making money and stuff. Like I just came out, you know, like, so like this girl, the guys told me, yo, go with the girl, she's gonna help you out. But this is like where, like, so you could understand, because everybody's involved. It's criminality. Like everybody is involved, and they're fighting me now. So I don't care no more. So she's like, yeah, I have these two white girls that I talked into pimping them and stuff, and they're working for me. I'm like, what? Me, I don't think like that, because like I have sisters. I grew up in the church. Like pimping was not never like, you know, like I got a lot of the times growing up, you did get offered, yo, I'll do this for you, you know, bring you the money, this, that, and the third, you know. A lot of the time growing up, a lot of males, like, they need that money. That's the money that really get them to start out and being who they, and to being somebody. But yeah, she's like, I got these two girls, they're working for me and stuff, and I could hook you up, and I'll be, so then me and her started to chill. Like, she used to be around me every day and stuff. But me, I'm not thinking like that. You know the lens what I'm thinking through? I'm like, yo, like, it'll be way better if like I rap, or because that's what I decided. You sell dope, you make music, rap, or you play basketball or something to really, or you work around people that's racist and they don't like you, and they keep you in a position where, or as a slave mentality, they won't teach you. They want you in a position where they could control you. So I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe like I could get some money somehow and like make some music, because everybody's trying to keep me away. They just want to find my lyrics and take my lyrics and reuse it to make themselves rich. So so yeah, like, yeah, maybe, like, so like she started to come to my house. I was moving Silverthorne. When she came, helped me move and stuff. So me thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking more of the time, like, I don't need this. This is like too. It's too crazy. It's too conflict. Like, there's too much going on when you have, like, like. I'll prefer to have a relationship. So I'm like, the girl, I'm like, okay, fine. If anything, like, make you my girlfriend and we could chill. Like, you'll be my manager, whatever. And we could work together. That's just our working relationship. So like, I tried to have sex with her the way, like, the girlfriend I had before, like, she used to like try to play fight with me before sex. So like a play fight, tickle and stuff, and then like we end up getting intimate. So like that's the approach I took. But she was like, stop, and she's laughing. So I think, like, when she's joking around, but then she got serious. She's like, no, stop. But at that time, her pants was off, but I didn't take off her panties or nothing. So like, I'm like, okay, you see, like, it's okay, nothing happened. We're like, she's like, it's cool and stuff. Next day, we went back to the park and stuff, and it's just like all the guys are there, and they conversate within themselves and stuff. And somehow the conversation got to where, well, Talon, you're no longer a good guy. You're no longer a good person. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And the whole thing with the gist of the conversation was that they started to act like I raped her. Now, I didn't rape her. At the most, like, maybe sexual assault, but not even, like, because, like, just our relationship, like, because, like, these are the relationships you have and you grew up having, been around people. Like, this is growing up, like, being around people growing up. So like, it couldn't even been that, like, because, like, as soon as you say stop, I stop. Tried, no, that's it. Yeah, so they were trying to say, basically spread it to that area that I raped the girl, and I'm quiet, so like, I won't say nothing. But like, they're going on and they're going off and they're telling their community, and just like, as time is going on, I'm realizing that's what's going on. Like, they're filling up everybody's head with that I did something to this girl, and the girl is a stripper. Cause remember, she got me into, like, and I didn't want to do that. So now they're saying I'm the reason why she's a stripper, and to begin with, she approached me with bringing girls to me to pimp them and be a stripper, and she talks to them on the phone and everything. So like, that whole thing is crazy to me. It's nuts. And On top of that, like the girls in that area, because how it is, it's like little Caribbean, little Jamaica area, like Keelan, Eglinton, Caledonia, Eglinton over there, Eglinton West. It's like little Jamaica. It's like the girls around there are really like the the children, grandchildren or great grandchildren of slaves. Like it's a lot of poor or newly to Canada. Their parents are newly to Canada, so they still have that island mentality, and their parents have that island mentality. So it's a lot of it's they don't care, or they're very harsh to each other. Like their relationships and the way they deal with each other is very harsh. Like it's not as nurturing as you would find in a traditional family. So their mentality would stare towards those things easily because like they're in need, right? So like it's easy for them to like get together and make like because the guys hustle. If they give the girls like a $200 and they could have sex with them and stuff, the girl feel that's good for her right now. If she could do that like couple of times for the day, that's good. So like having an escort agency for like those type of people, it make totally sense. It totally makes sense. It's not driven at all by family or wanted to have a family. Yeah, so they made their escort agency, and this is all being aimed and to attack me in a way. So now like with that, women communicate, and you could get the communication to women, lure different types of women in. As I told you, the girl started with like she got the two white girls and she's talking to them on the phone, and she's basically priming them to get them to do what she wants them to do. And yeah, and it's like went around with my name, started to say all these things like it's mind boggling because like you grow up and you're around it, and it's like to you growing up, it's like yo, you're scared to talk about these things because it's like you at one point it's like you're loyal, these are the people you trust, this is everybody you know, you can't like there's no escaping it. And when it's presented to those type of people, it's presented in a lens where it's good and you're wrong. Like you could manipulate a lot of things with like how dancehall music would the lens that they would put it through, or how hip hop some of the times the lens that it could manipulate you into thinking something's normal that's not necessarily normal, or that's the way of doing things and it's not the way of doing things, like, and it's just like the criminality and the slave culture of it, like, so you get trapped in all those thinkings, like, you know what I mean, like whether or not like you can talk to your parents about sex and actually, you know what I mean, like how to go about, your parents don't know how to talk to you about going about having sex, and just like how to initiate, and just how to the conversation that they say the birds and the bees, or like it's really hard to like pull yourself out of, because this is how they're coming at you with their thinking, like their level of thinking is it's petty, even though like some of them they have education, but like their level of thinking is to manipulate, to trick everybody. Because even in Africa, like you know this, and Caribbean too, like they don't teach their people. Like people learn when they come to places like this. and stuff. Like they don't teach their people in those places. Like a lot of the times, the black community could pull itself out and have resources and find ways to help itself, but they don't educate each other. They take it like a hierarchy. Like if you're educated, you're a threat to me. So now it's not us forming a community in any way. So yeah, like they refuse to educate each other. It's never educated. It's like if I know something, I could use it to manipulate to to get you to do something, or trick you out or something, or you say pay myself in some way, or like with pay myself is not a bad thing, but like education through a broader community will bring the community further, right? Than trying to suppress, and who gets to have an education and who thinks that way, and this person has to be thinking like me, and it's very manipulative, and it's just to the culture. So like a lot of it is like I'm looking at like the culture of a female slave. Like now it's like Caribbean women or African American women, but also like it's like that even in Africa. So you even look at like you guys ask why successful black men never they will get married to like a white woman or somebody outside the race, and there you have it. That mechanism right there might be the reason that the world can't have peace. Or just simply why people cannot have family and get along, and you always have to look at stuff through a lens of I gotta manipulate, or he can't be doing better than me, or there's competition. And yeah, it's just the mechanism of being a slave it really is something. Like it really is something. And how do you help them? How do you help break people from that? It beats me. You know what I mean? Like certain things you need to teach a lesson and stuff, but it's gonna trickle down, and the people that's gonna really get the brunt of the effect is not even gonna be the people that's actually orchestrating what's going on, like or have their hand on the button. Like it's all set up to manipulate in some way. So if the pieces fall, people could protect themselves. So I don't really know what the solution is, but it's something. Like I'm saying, like entering like the black community and stuff is hard to navigate. Like look, I wrote books, I did so much, I wrote music, I did so much, but still it's stuck on kill me, take everything I have, kill me, replace me with somebody else, sisters fighting. And it's like I know they're stupid, but they're collectively stupid, and they're helping each other out get educated in certain parts that they want, so like I'm just by myself. Like it's hard for me to retain information, much less even get my foot in to do anything. Is staying focused is hard too. Like like I'm getting older. You need like relationships. We need look like right now I'm cut out of relationships. Why? Could you tell me why? Your guess is as good as mine. your guess is good as mine, but they will bring up some element of the slave mentality to justify something, and I don't know, like it's difficult to live like that. Like, how do you necessarily live like that? Trust me, they could make sense of any foolishness. They can make sense. And as soon as you have that, if any structure forms, and one of the, like, let's say a female doesn't like it, she could use any of the foolishness, the jealous foolishness that's going on, to upend it, and it's over. So I trust me, I'm not feeling to fight nobody or fighting on these females. Like, people are the way they are. People gonna be the way they're gonna be. I'm saying, they keep telling me that they're on their way to killing me. Every day I hear that. So like, I'm saying, hopefully like this gets to my son, or it helps somebody else understand. And I can't keep living like this. I have to, I don't know. It's because it's almost impossible to be growing up on the island with people that's, they're older than you, growing up, and like those are the systems you need, and to escape those systems mentally, to like, even after you grow up, to mentally like escape these systems too. Like, you still want to connect to those same things that is not beneficial to you. It's crazy. So yeah, this is where it is. Like, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on, and you can tell there's a lot going on in my head. It's having a mighty effect on me. It's hard for me to focus. It's hard for me to put myself in, like, much times I sit down, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do this, and it's just like, yo, something just happens, and I just can't. It's hard for me to even, or somebody does something, or somebody calls, or somebody, like, always interrupted, and they always have a way of interrupting. They could use different communities, and at one point people are following me around, saying now I have to worry about my son being because those are the same people that you look for nurturing, and all these things, and those are the forces that could guide you into the pits of hell, like they would have you, like, before you're even able to live your life, they would have you do all sorts of stuff, so you're arrested, and you don't have a good name no more. Like, they arrested, or a lot of kids end up dead, and trust me, it's like, it's just the males and the females they grew up around, like that whole system. They're trapped in that system. I don't know. Hopefully, my words hit the right air, and somebody could digest it. But other than that, I'm out.